Sup peeps, my name's Ian, I sell books on eBay, and today we are going to look at 10 top books to buy for Christmas. Buy them for yourself, buy them as gifts, you make the choice. 10 authors, a couple of different genres. We've got some kids books, we've got some thrillers, horror, and a few other bits and pieces in between. Anyway, let's have a look through them. Each of these books, I've put a link in the description below, so if you want to support the channel, you can go and pick them up from Amazon, use that link, I'll get a few pence, but obviously these are bestseller books, you can buy them anywhere, whether it be in your local supermarket, bookshops, online, wherever. Anyway, let's have a wee look at what we've got. The first up is a paperback, Colleen Hoover. Colleen Hoover's been really popular lately. I've been selling a lot of her books and picking up an awful lot, but this is the one that's sitting in most places kind of top 20, top 30 at the moment, and it has been incredibly popular. I have not read it myself, but I can tell you what it's about off of the back cover. Sometimes the one who loves you is the one who hurts you the most. Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston, and started her own business. So when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Ryle is assertive, stubborn, and maybe even a little arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily, but Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is disturbing. As questions about her new relationship overwhelm her, so do thoughts of Atlas Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was her kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Ryle is threatened. With this bold and deeply personal novel, Colleen Hoover delivers a heart-wrenching story that breaks exciting new ground for her as a writer. It ends with us as an unforgettable tale of love that comes at the ultimate price. So, there you go. That's Colleen Hoover. Really popular at the moment. Anyone who loves that kind of story is going to love that. Next, we've got a kids book. Now, this series is hugely popular. I sell an absolute ton of these pre-owned in bundles, and it is, I was going to say of course, but maybe not of course, but the new Wimpy Kid book by Jeff Kinney. No brainer. There are maybe 20 of these in total now, 21, something like that. They sell a lot, kids love them. It's a good one to read with the kids if they're the right age and still enjoy a wee bit of that. And what's this one about? Looks like he's sitting exams, but it's the hilarious new Wimpy Kid book. Up until now, middle school hasn't exactly been a joyride for Greg Heffley, so when the town threatens to close the crumbling building, he's not too broken up about it. But when Greg realises this means he's going to be sent to a different school to his best friend, Rowley Jefferson, he changes his tune. Can Greg and his classmates save the school before it's shuttered for good? Or is this the start of a whole new chapter for Greg? So there you go. The new Wimpy Kid book, No Brainer, by Jeff Kinney. Absolute belter. Another kids book. David Walliams. Everybody loves a bit of David Walliams. This one is The Blunderers. I was going to say No Blunder, but it's not. It's The Blunderers. And he's got a different illustrator for this one. So Adam Stower is illustrating this one. The Blunders are the most blundersome family in the blundering history of blunderdom. They live in Blunder Hall, a country house on the brink of collapse. When the Blunders are about to lose their home, they must come together to save it. The Blunders are the silliest, clumsiest, funniest family in the world. So David Walliams, I used to read these with my kids. Hugely popular. You'll have seen the TV programmes. Everybody knows who he is from all the various enterprises he has had. But I'm quite sure that's going to be an absolute favourite with the kids who like to read his books, and some of the adults too, let's be honest. So that's the new David Walliams, The Blunders. Brilliant Christmas gift for Baines. The Baines? I was trying to say the Waynes or the Bairns, so we'll just say children. Right, next up we have a master, Stephen King's Holly. So everyone, again, you know who Stephen King is. There's none of these authors or like new or surprising. I'm not going down that route with this video. This really is just the big banging titles to pick up for book fans this Christmas, or to read yourself. So, Holly, what does it say about Holly? I've actually read this one myself, and it is quite good. He stole my idea before I'd used it, but you know, it's quite good. Holly Gibney, one of Stephen King's most compelling and ingeniously resourceful characters, returns to investigate the gruesome truth behind multiple disappearances in a Midwestern town. In this thrilling novel, Holly is on her own and up against a pair of unimaginably depraved and brilliantly disguised adversaries. So, what else does it say? When Penny Dahl calls the Finders Keepers detective agency, hoping for help locating her missing daughter, Holly is reluctant to accept the case. Her partner, Pete, has COVID. Her very complicated mother has just died, and Holly is meant to be on leave, but something in Penny Dahl's desperate voice makes it impossible for Holly to turn her down. Mere blocks from where Bonnie Dahl disappeared lives Professors Rodney and Emily Harris. They are the picture of bourgeois respectability, married octogenarians devoted to each other, and semi-retired lifelong academics. But they are harbouring an unholy secret in the basement of their well-kept book-lined home, one that may be related to Bonnie's disappearance, and it will prove nearly impossible to discover what they are up to. They are savvy, they are patient, they are ruthless. Holly must summon all her formidable talents if she is to outthink and outmanoeuvre the shockingly twisted professors in this chilling new masterwork from Stephen King. So that's what it says about it. Kind of sums it up. It's pretty dark, yeah, as you would expect, and as usual, he kind of nails it. It is COVID set, so that may or may not be your thing, but you know, really, really good book. As it's Stephen King, of course it's good. What more can I say? Stephen King, Holly, banging Christmas gift. Right, another. So this series is not particularly long yet. Coffee. Normally, I say if you're going to pick up an author, look for somebody who's got a number of titles, so you can get a lot of them and turn them into big bundles. But this dude has only got a few going so far, and this is his latest. Richard Osman, The Last Devil to Die. So started with the Thursday Murder Club, The Bullet That Missed, something else. Yeah, can't remember what they're all called. But this is his latest, and The Last Devil to Die. They're really nice books. They're all the same style. He's not written enough that they've started doing them in different styles yet, so this is a really nice book. And what have we got here? Shocking news reaches the Thursday Murder Club. An old friend in the antiques business has been killed, and a dangerous package he was protecting has gone missing. As the gang spring into action, they encounter art forgers, online fraudsters and drug dealers, as well as heartache close to home. With the body count rising, the package still missing, and trouble firmly on their tail, has their luck finally run out? And who will be the last devil to die? So there we go. Richard Osman, his new Thursday Murder Club book, The Last Devil to Die. Highly recommend his books. Right, I've got another kids book. Tom Fletcher. So this is the Christmasaurus Carol. He's had, I think this is the third Christmasaurus book, potentially. Christmasaurus and the Winter Witch, and now Christmasaurus Carol. Tom Fletcher, he's from one of those bands, isn't he? Is it Busted or something? He also writes with his wife. Again, really popular kids' books and popular with the adults. I don't know if that's because there's a wee bit of nostalgia about who he is or what, but let's see what it's about. Have you ever heard of Ebenezer Scrooge? The most miserly, miserable, Christmas-hating miser from the very famous old book, the man who is more bah humbug than ho ho ho. Well, what have I told you that he is about to step off of his story and into this one? And I'm afraid he's got some grand plans. He wants to cancel Christmas. But don't panic. William Trundle and his very best friend, the Christmasaurus, are on the case. They're determined to track down Scrooge and save Christmas from total Scroogification. And they're not alone. The whole Trundle family, William's new friends, Eddie and Lucy, and of course, Santa himself, are here to help. Can this Christmas crew stop Scrooge before it's too late and Christmas is bah humbugged for good? Tom Fletcher, A Christmasaurus Carol. What it's about is possibly given away in the title there. Yeah, Christmas Carol, Christmasaurus Carol. That's clever. Really popular. Maybe I want to get and read with the kids over the Christmas holidays. Fantastic gift. Next, a drink of coffee. This one's a wee bit different. I wouldn't have considered this if I hadn't picked up volumes 1 to 4 just a few days ago and sold them almost straight away for quite good money. And when I was having a wee browse thinking about what to get for this video, I saw volume 5. So we've got Alice Osman, if that's who did it, Heartstopper, volume number 5. Nick and Charlie are in love, but what happens next? So this seems to be hugely popular. Let's see what it says in the inside cover. Nick and Charlie are in love. They finally said those 3 little words, and Charlie has almost persuaded his mum to let him sleep over at Nick's. He wants to take the relationship to the next level, but can he find the confidence he needs? And with Nick going off to uni next year, is everything about to change? So the 5th volume of the multi-million copy best-selling Heartstopper series by Alice Osman. Osman? I don't know. It's not Richard Osman, but Alice Osman, so Heartstoppers. If that's your thing, you know somebody whose thing that will be, really, really popular, seem to be really good books. Yeah, great gift. Or for yourself. Next, we're going with another Grand Master. Well over 200 books in his name. Quite a few of them written, co-authored with other individuals, but this is him all by himself. James Patterson, Alex Cross Must Die. So this is the latest in the Alex Cross series. A new release. It's out for Christmas, as you can see. Original series coming soon on Amazon Prime. So read the book before you get into Alex Cross TV programmes. If you've never read Alex Cross and you like a good, easy read, page turning thriller, these are the boys for you. He really has written absolutely hundreds. So what's this one about? If you don't know Alex Cross, he's a detective dude, usually around about the New York area. So when an American Airlines plane explodes in the sky, detectives Alex Cross and John Sampson are straight in the scene. They don't hear the gunfire at first. It soon becomes clear that the plane was taken down by a rare stolen machine gun. The list of people who could operate the weapon is short, and time runs even shorter. But this isn't the only case the pair must solve. They're also tracking a serial killer who's ambushing young men in what the media are calling the Dead Hours murders. With 2 killers and 2 different motives, Cross and Sampson are in a deadly race against time. James Patterson, what can I say? Somebody who likes thrillers, get it for them this Christmas or whenever. Next, another master of his genre. So, coffee break before I tell you about this one. So good. John Grisham, The Exchange. Started with a Firm, The Rainmaker. Oh, so many great books from John Grisham. Legal thrillers mostly. And who's this one? This is Mitch McDeere. Well, this is the epic follow-up to The Firm. There you go. So, this is waited a long time for a follow-up to The Firm. We've finally got it with John Grisham's The Exchange. Mitch McDeere has cheated death and come out the other side. 15 years ago, he stole 10 million from the mob and disappeared. Now, with his enemies jailed or dead, he has fought his way to the top of the biggest law firm in the world. When a new case takes Mitch to Libya, danger awaits. He's soon in the biggest hostage negotiation in recent history with terrorists who have murdered and will murder again. The demand is staggering. A ransom of 100 million must be paid within 10 days. But this isn't a random kidnapping, it's personal, and no one, not even Mitch's wife in New York, is safe. With the clock ticking, can Mitch stay one step ahead of his enemies? This time, there's nowhere to hide. It's a wee bit of a global thriller. John Grisham's The Exchange. Fans of the genre, fans of the author, buy it, read it, love it. Last one. What can we end with? One of the most popular authors that I sell. I sell these almost as quickly as I can get them, and I can't get enough of them to sell as many as I would like to. So, who is it? Any guesses? No? No? It's Lee Child, of course. So it's The New Jack Reacher by Lee Child, written with his little brother Andrew Child, and it's called The Secret. If you've read Jack Reacher, you know what you're going to get. This ain't going to be any different. Not read this yet. I'm going to read it very soon, possibly today. But what's going on with Reacher this time? Chicago, 1992. A hospital patient wakes to find two strangers by his bed. They show him a list of names and ask a simple but impossible question. Minutes later, he falls to his death from his 12th floor window, a fall which generates some unexpected attention. That attention comes from the Secretary of Defence, who calls for an inter-agency task force to investigate. Jack Reacher, recently demoted from Major, is assigned as the Army's representative. If he gets a result, great. If not, he's a convenient fall guy. Reacher may be an exceptional military investigator, but office politics aren't what get him up in the morning. As he races to identify a cold-blooded killer and uncover a secret that stretches back 23 years, he must navigate around his new partners. Will Reacher bring the bad guys to justice the official way? Or his way? So, there you go. Jack Reacher, The Secret. Lee Child's, he's written a handful of books set in the past rather than now, and this sounds like it's another one. So, if you love Lee Child, if you love thrillers, if you love big guys that can break people in two with a flick of their wrist, get The Secret. And also, the show on Amazon Prime, fantastic. I think the new one drops very soon as well, so you can enjoy the book and enjoy the TV show at the same time. Jack Reacher by Lee Child. And that's us. That's 10 top books to get as gifts this Christmas, whether it's for someone else or just for you. Highly recommend them all. If you want to support the channel, like I said, there's links in the description so you can go and pick these up straight from Amazon. That bundle there will be on my eBay store at some point in the near future. A couple I'm going to read first, but the rest of them will be up there, so you'll be able to pick them up for a decent price there as well if you want, if that's your thing. And let's say if you want to support the channel, that would be great. Okay, that's us. Love you. See ya. Bye.